thanks for watching the video. If you could do me and the channel a favor, hop down to the comment section and let me know what decks you guys want me to make next. And while you're down there, if you could drop a like and subscribe, it'd help out a lot. With that being said, enjoy the video and have a great day. Welcome back, everybody. Today we are going over a 2025 legal Dragapult and Charizard EX list. So lots happening with this deck, and quite frankly, I'm liking it. I'm going to be honest. It did win a City League tournament, well, a rendition of this that did play Lily's Clefairy, and I mean that was pretty much the only difference is a Pidgeot for Lily's Clefairy, because the deck it runs really well. And yeah, I'm really excited to show you guys this list. So let's get going here. We have a 4-4-2 line of Dreepy, Drakloak, and Dragapult. Drakloak here with its Recon Directive is going to work kind of as a draw engine, because we get to look at the top two cards of our deck, put one into our hand and one on the bottom, and we get to do that with each of our Drakloaks. And then obviously Dragapult EX looking to use that Phantom Dive for 1 Fire and 1 Psychic. It deals 200 damage, but also places 6 damage counters in any way you like to your opponent's bench Pokemon. So you can really line this up to take 4 prize turns. So 200 damage, you're not quite reaching knockouts on a lot of things, but 200 damage and then 60 damage to something on the bench, switch them, there you go. Suddenly you're hitting 2 knockouts in 1 turn. So that's kind of how that works around. Then we got a 2-1-2 line of the very common and very popular Charizard EX. Infernal Rain gets to accelerate fire energy, and we can accelerate that to our Dragapult because it does have 1 fire in its attack cost, as well as accelerate it to itself. So we were kind of looking to use Dragapult earlier, and then once our opponent has taken a couple of prize cards and Burning Darkness is hitting high damage, then we can go ahead and start swinging with our Charizard. But obviously, whatever we get going right away is it should be just fine. We shouldn't have too much trouble if we have to attack with Charizard first. You know, the game plays as it plays. And then we got a 2-1-2 line of that Pidgeot EX. I mean, Quick Search is just absolutely phenomenal. And then Free Retreat is also lovely. We suffer a knockout. We're able to promote something with Free Retreat and then decide what we're going to do before we attack, instead of, say, promote a Charizard and then later, after a couple of things going on in our turn, we find out, oh, we would have rather attacked with Dragapult. So being able to promote a Free Retreater is really nice. And kind of on that same board is we do have Budew in this deck. So Itchy Pollen is absolutely phenomenal. We get to shut off our opponent's item cards, as well as it has Free Retreat. So this deck does want to go second, because then we can either Budew item lock our opponent or use TM Evo, whichever one comes up. So definitely a going second deck, and that Budew is definitely just going to help give us some time because we have so many stage 2 Pokemon in this deck. We got 1 copy of Fezandipiti as really our last support Pokemon. When we suffer a knockout, we can draw 3 cards, and just a really nice draw engine in here. And that's it for Pokemon, so we're just going to move right along here to trainers. We do play 4 copies of Arven, looking for an item and a tool. 3 copies Iono, that's hand reset as well as hand disruption. 2 copies Boss, 1 copy Turo. 4 copies of Buddy-Buddy Poffin to search out our basic Pokemon, just to get a solid board state going. Only 3 rare candies. We do play a bunch of different stage 2s, but since we're looking to use those Drakloaks and those TM Evos, our rare candies actually become a little more void. And really, if we get item locked by Budew, which it happens a lot, I mean, then we're not going to be using rare candy anyway. So being able to go through the stages is perfectly fine. So we do just have 3 of those rare candies. 2 copies Nest Ball, 2 copies Ultra Ball, 1 copy Counter Catcher, 1 copy Tera Orb. We can find ourselves either our Charizard or our Dragapult with Tera Orb, so that's really nice to have in here. 1 copy of Earthen Vessel, only the 1 because we're getting the energy acceleration from our from our Charizard, and then our Drakloaks work as that draw so we can grab energy as we need. And this is not a very expensive deck. Both of our attackers only need 2 to attack. So really cheap deck. 1 copy Super Rod to act as some recovery. We have a TM Evo, which hopefully we can use on our first turn. TM Devo, so if we spread a ton of damage with our Dragapult on a bunch of stage 1 or stage 2 Pokemon, we can hit them with a Devo and knock out all of those baby Pokemon that have bits of damage that isn't quite enough to knock out their bigger evolutions, but we're able to take out the basics or the stage 1s with that Devolution. And then our A-spec of the deck is going to be Sparkling Crystal. Since Charizard and Dragapult are both Tera typing, we can put this on whoever we want. It's probably going to go on Dragapult to fulfill the need for our Psychic Energy. But it really can go on either one depending on where we're at. One copy of Rescue Board, just to give most likely our Fezandipiti for your treat, but obviously there's other targets for this. And then a Town Store to find any of those as we need, as well as act as a Stadium Bump. And then for our energy, we have 5 Fire type and 3 Psychic type. So the 5 Fire, obviously we're going to play more because we have Charizard and Dragapult as attackers. And then just the 3 Psychic, we're just going to look to get some early game Dragapult action, and we can use Sparkling Crystal to supplement it if we have to. So yeah, this is a really comfortable energy split for this deck. And that's the 60, got through it nice and quick here, so I'll just go ahead and hop into some playtests here and show you guys what this deck is capable of. It's tons of fun, so stick around. Alright, go ahead, hopping into that playtest here for our Dragapult and Charizard deck. We did win the coin flip, so we are going to choose to go second. So we can either use that TM Evo, or we can put our opponent in a Budew item lock. So we'll kind of gauge it off of our matchup. If our opponent is playing a deck that could threaten us with Rare Candy, we might look to prefer that Budew. Okay, interesting. Kricketune. Lots of grass energy. This might be a Hydrapple deck. Kricketune for the HP buff. Tons of grass energy so you can get that damage high. We'll see what we're coming up against here. 4 mulligans is quite awesome. Only one more basic, but I mean, we got lots of cards to work with here. I'm very curious what they're playing, because we've just seen Kricketune so far. So there's a Teal Mask. Unless it's a Teal Mask deck. I don't know. Is that a thing? Do people play just Teal Mask Ogerpon as their main attacker? So I don't think we're going to have to worry about putting them in item lock. I'm pretty sure we can go ahead and be comfortable with our TM Evo here. Yep. We could put them in item lock now that we drew that Budew, but I think we're just going to go ahead, grab those. I would love to be able to TM Evo both of them, but we'll grab our Charmander, I think. Put it on our Charmander. So we got the TM Evo. What else are we thinking? Well, I think it has to be Earthen Vessel, right? Yeah, to get energy. Otherwise, we can't use TM Evo. So here, since we're not putting him in that item lock, we're going to go ahead and get rid of that Budew right away. Grab a Fire and a Psychic. Stick the Fire on the active, I think, because we got a surplus of that. So if we do get knocked out here, it's not the end of the world. Go ahead. Evo. We know we have the Pidgeotto in hand, so we're not going to target that Pidgey, because obviously it's not going to be in the deck. So pretty comfortable start here. Right now we can Rare Candy Pidgeot and get an even more of a comfortable spot. Our opponent is going to have to do a lot this turn. Yep, there comes Kricketune, so he's getting plus 40 health. It doesn't stack, right? Correct. Does play the youngster. Yep, grabbing just loads of energy. Yeah, I think this is a Teal Mask deck. So, yeah, I think it's going to be better to go into the Drakloak here, because Charizard is not hitting knockout, right? 200. I mean, if we get our Defiance... No, we didn't put a Defiance band in this list. Silly me. You know what? We're going to promote the Pidgey, because we know we have Pidgeot. So just making sure we promote that free retreater. Let's get that right there. Now, what are we thinking? What's the thought process here? 250 is a annoying amount of health that we're not going to be able to take out this turn. Should we go for the Dragapult? I think we do, because he's hitting our Charizard for weakness. So I think we would prefer that. We have the fire attack. We'll grab Buddy Poffin here. Go ahead, drop that in. So they're in there. Yeah, he's gonna hit our Charizard for weakness because it's technically a dark type. And we don't want that to happen. We are gonna have to go ahead and find that Sparkling Crystal here. Probably should have checked if it was prized. It's not. I think I noticed it earlier, so we're good. We can go into that. And then we have the Drakloak in hand. I think we're going to go for the Iono. We could have held on to our Drakloaks for that Dreepy there, but that was really all our hand was giving us. I think we're going to drop in our Fez. Yeah. See a few more cards here. I definitely could have gotten away with holding that, but here we're gonna go for the Phantom Dive. Then you normally have, okay, plus 40, so you normally have 60 health. Yeah. So we'll put 40 on there. Because that way, once the Kricketune gets targeted, we'll be able to take that out. Dropping a Bravery Charm, really beefing up this Teal Mask here. Can he get Knockout? What is it? 3, 6, 9. No, he cannot. Alright, so yeah, they just go ahead and concede. We were absolutely going to destroy them. So a very interesting deck. I can't say I've seen Teal Mask Kricketune before. I feel like I've heard of it, but that was my first time coming against it, and I wasn't very impressed. So yeah, I guess we can go ahead and hop into our next playtest here. Okay. Looks like it's an evolution deck, just by the sleeves and such. Alright, we do get the coin flip again, so we do get to go second. Now, evolution decks don't really care about item lock. Some of them use their glass trumpet. We'll see if it is an evolution deck. It might not be. They do get a mulligan. And my guess is we might be seeing the mirror. I think this is going to be Dragapult, seeing the fire in the Sparkling Crystal. Have people tried playing Ceruledge with Sparkling Crystal? Because then you could discard the 1 more energy. I just thought of that, and I wonder if that's a thing. Fan Rotom. Okay. So maybe it is still an evolution deck. It would be with Fan Rotom, right? Because they can grab EVs off of it and maybe Noctowl Tech. Unless it's Charizard with the Terapagos in it. Charizard Noctowl. There's a Squawk. This one should tell us. Yep, evolution deck. Alright. I was right the first time. Yeah, because I don't think that the Terapagos Charizard plays Sparkling Crystal most of the time. I'm not sure what they play, if I'm being honest. Squawk and Seize, yep. Losing a Noctowl, they probably have Night Stretcher for it, so. A switch did go away, so we might be able to stall them that way, but I don't think we're gonna have to. They are playing the 50 HP Hoot Hoots, so if they don't get those evolved quickly, we should be able to use them as easy targets for our Dragapult, that is. Okay, I don't really love this hand. We're gonna drop in Town Store, attach there, and then we're just gonna go for the Iono. Not a big fan of that hand. Alright, this is a bit better. You can get some stuff going on here. Do we think they have knockout? They probably do, so we'll go like that. And then we can grab, hopefully Evolution is in here. Yes, it is. So we can go for that turn 1 TM Evo. And we're going to target, I think, our 2 maybe Pidgeot Dreepy. Oh, inspect board. I mean, we got 1 Drakloak in hand, so yeah, I think we're going to go Pidgeot and then Dreepy. Probably should have checked if Pidgeotto was in. It is. Alright. While we're here, let's take a look. Okay, 1 Dragapult's prized. 1. Oh, I just said that. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 boss is prized. 1 Nest Ball. Do I have Rare Candy in hand? No, 1 Rare Candy. Just a handful of stuff. We have our Sparkling Crystal, so that's good. Right, and now we're not in a bad spot for this next turn because we're going to be able to see a lot of cards with Drakloak. Although we're not really in a position to get an attack off. I mean, of course we could Arven get our Sparkling Crystal on energy. And there's definite potential for a Dragapult attack, which I think is going to be best case scenario. And thankfully this copy of Pidgeotto, we play this one because it has that free retreat, so very important. Because now we're able to promote that right away and not have to worry about deciding. Because who knows, maybe we top deck Charizard, we can Arven for Rare Candy, I don't know. We will just see what comes of it. There's the 1 energy off that Glass Trumpet, because that's all they had. Town Store. Grabbing a Rescue Board, okay. Yeah, good call there. So they're probably attacking, my guess is it's Flareon. Just because that's the most common one. You got the Fire Energy in here already. That Flareon Jolteon. Alright, so we do lose our Drakloak and Arven, unfortunately. But we gain a Drakloak and a Earthen Vessel, so we lose our Town Store, which isn't great. We were really hoping to be able to use that to find our Sparkling Crystal. So we might have to hope that we find ourselves a Rare Candy to get Charizard online. We will just have to see. Well, I suppose we could, if we find Rare Candy and Dragapult, we can still attack with Dragapult. Because we can use Charizard to accelerate the energy. Ultra Ball, okay. So is it gonna be... Let's see another card here before I start playing things. Arven and Devo. I think we're gonna get rid of Devo, like put it into hand and then discard it, right? Or no, we can, because we can use this to find Tera Orb Crystal, which we're gonna do right away. Tera Orb Crystal. So now we have that Dragapult attack very easily. And then, is this for... Yeah, let's see another card here. I should have Buddy-Buddy Poffin for... Yeah, for this exact reason. I should have used Buddy-Buddy Poffin first, so a minor sequencing error there. But it's fine, I guess. Because that would have been one less card to clutter us up like that. Now, do we go... We're obviously attacking with Dragapult here. The question is, do we Ultra Ball right now? I think we can drop our, I think it's safe to drop in our Fez, see a few more cards. Maybe we'll find that Pidgeot here. Nope. That's okay though. Save us from needing a Rare Candy that front. Go ahead, do this. Grab those guys right there. Catch the Psychic for turn to our Dragapult. And then I think we'll hold on to this. It's not imperative that we get our Pidgeot this turn. So we'll just go ahead and call the turn there. Let's go ahead. What are our targets going to be? We got 60 damage. We can take out... Is it going to be a Hoot Hoot? Or is it going to be that Eevee with energy? I think it will target the Eevee with energy. And then... You have 260. I'm not sure how that maths out, but we'll just put one in. Because I'm pretty sure Flareon has 260. Or maybe Jolteon does. I'm pretty sure one of them has that much health. So I guess we'll just have to see. They are going to get evolution here, but then we're going to get to respond with a Charizard attack. So, or another Dragapult attack, depending on... Yeah, 270. So, what? They can only hit for 280 here. 290 with that Vicatini. And we were able to get rid of their one with the energy, so they grabbed that Noctowl. So, Crispin Attachment gets them there, or Crispin Crystal. So that's... I'm guessing they're gonna Hoot Hoot or Noctowl for... obviously Crispin Crystal. And then they'll be able to get the attack off, but it still won't be knockout. So. This does put me in a bit of an awkward spot, because I won't be able to get knockout either if they don't. Because our Charizard will only be hitting for 210 because they've only taken one prize card. Yeah, they still have 260 health. If they take two prizes here. But if they like boss our Fez. Did they just grab Arven? Okay. So maybe they're just looking to use Burning Charge then. We do get Iono, so we lose our Charizards and our Ultra Ball. I don't know how I feel about that hand. Looks, yeah, they're just gonna go for the Burning Charge. This is not a very good hand, if I'm being honest. But only the 140, so we're gonna be able to move some damage around very nicely here. We're gonna be able to take out that benched Hoot Hoot. I don't know, yeah, I'm definitely Ionoing this away. Our attachment for turn, that's not super important here. I'll see one card before I Iono. Shuffle this to the bottom of the deck. Oh, shuffle this. Actually, they're both going to the bottom of the deck. So, that would have really been an opportunity for us to... Well, is there anything we want to Arven for? Evo doesn't get us there. There's no tools we're really looking for. Yeah, we're just gonna Iono. I guess I could have put that rescue board on the Fez, but it's not really that important. Good to see another card here. Still not finding our Pidgeot, which is kind of odd. I think we're gonna grab Psychic here, and then we can Ultra Ball away Rare Candy Psychic to get our Pidgeot online before we get Iono'd again. Now what are we quick searching for? I think we're quick searching for Charizard here. Actually, it doesn't make a difference if we play him this turn. So I think we might just grab Drakloak just to get him out. See, be able to see another card that way. And then we have just more draw power basically for our next turn. We'll grab ourselves a fire, and do we want to attach it? I don't think we will. Well, couldn't hurt. Drop it in here. Phantom Dive, so we don't get knockout here, but we do get to take out that Hoot Hoot, meaning they can't use it as a knock towel. Then you have 270, taking 2 prize cards. So yeah, we need 10 damage there if he goes into Flareon again. Because if he takes 2 prize cards, then our Charizard will have taken 390 more damage. Oh wait, no, we would hit for 270. So the 10 damage on that Eevee didn't really do that much, but oh well. I'm on, yeah, 180. So we survive another Burning Charge. So he's probably gonna aim to knock out, and then we're gonna be able to respond. I think we should go into Dragapult again to aim for those Hoot Hoots. Take one of those out. It'd be nice if we can. Oh wait, no, yeah. So we have game here. We have game in hand. I think we win. Unless he Turos this Flareon, which I don't know. Did he play a support? So he could still Turo this Flareon. But even if he does that, we have Boss KO on Squawk and then use that Phantom Dive for the knockout on Hoot Hoots. So I don't think there's any way our friend can come back here. Seen a lot of their deck, but it's just too oppressive. We haven't been able to see anything from our Charizards in these 2 games, but you know what? That's just how it works sometimes. Sometimes you can get away with just using that Dragapult. Because like I said, you're trying to set up Dragapult early, like as your earlier attacker, preferably your turn 2 attacker. And then you just go with it until your Charizard's needed. Because we're kind of in the position where we weren't finding those knockouts that we needed. We don't even need boss. We can just knock out the active and then a Hoot Hoot. We want to push Drakloak because we need... Wait, what? Oh no! That was really bad. Okay. They conceded anyway. They didn't know we didn't have game anymore. Alright, well, we would have had game if not for my... I didn't process the Area 0 taking away our stuff, but I mean, that's the deck. It obviously works. We're just gonna ignore that little last part. We probably still would have had game anyway. We could have gone into Charizard. We still would have had game. Because if we would have been able to find Charizard and our Dragapult, which between our quick searches and the 3 different recon directives, we probably were seeing game anyway, because we can energy accelerate with Charizard, attach for turn, So, I mean, that's where you would have seen the Charizard, is off of that misplay. But regardless, that's the 60, and it's tons of fun. I did, like I said, some decks switch out this Pidgeotto for a Lily's Clefairy, just for things like other Dragapult decks or Raging Bolt decks. Because Dragapult is really, it's a very, very powerful card, as displayed by this deck, obviously. And so playing that Lily's Clefairy is going to help you out, but you got to keep in mind, by cutting that Pidgeotto, you are relying on Rare Candy. You can't use TM Evo anymore, like we saw being able to get that free Retreater right away. And if you get Budewed, you're not going to be able to use Pidgeot ever. Well, at least not for a while, if our opponent can keep going into Budew. But you know what? That's the 60, and it's a very powerful deck, as you guys could see. And I hope you guys have tons of fun with this. Comment down below what kind of decks you guys want to see me make and build and play with next. And yeah, I hope you all had a wonderful time watching, and have a great day. Like and subscribe.